Final day of the Pinnacle Winter Series number 2. Of course, the penultimate event to actually qualify for that LAN event later in August. It'll be interesting to see who actually makes it through from the 4 invited teams that we had joined us yesterday. Only one of them actually prevailed. That was ENCE, and they're going to be up against BLUEJAYS in our first semi-final of the day. And Josh, it is going to be an interesting one just because BLUEJAYS has kind of been a loose cannon of a bit.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, looking at this game on paper, ENCE should be rolling this. Yeah, statistically, they're just a much better team. They should be winning this all day long. Their map vetoes and everything are generally better as well. Or let's say map vetoes, like their entire map pool. But whilst I do look at this and think this has got to be the end of the road for BLUEJAYS, I said the same thing yesterday and the day before, so I really don't know. They absolutely demolished Endpoint 2-0. They then went into yesterday and beat Entropiq even harder, another 2-0, but some really dominant matches there as well. A team that really shouldn't be faltering there. And yeah, we find BLUEJAYS in this semi-finals. They've had a fantastic run, and to be honest, I think it would be a real shame to see them fall here.
Yeah, it definitely will be, and still at the same time, of course, ENCE yesterday had a couple mistakes in their game against Skade that made that game a lot closer than it could have been. Yes, it was at 2-0. Yes, it was something like 16-11s on the individual maps, but at the same time, it probably could have been something like a 16-6 or 16-5 at stages as well, just because they had small problems where, to be fair, also Skade had troubles actually punishing them. Skade had plenty of problems as well, but ENCE just didn't look as dangerous yesterday, or didn't feel as dangerous yesterday. Certainly hoping for them to have a better start to the day today, of course. There's a little bit more on the line. You have 2 best of 3s to be played potentially. If you win the semi-final, then of course you're into the grand finals, and that'll be interesting as well. Of course, I'd rather be in this first game of the day rather than being in the second semi-final, because then you have a little bit of a break moving on to the grand final.
Yeah, regardless of teams, yeah, for sure. It is just a little bit nicer to have that break, to be able to watch the other semi-finals match as well, and kind of get a gist for how the other team are playing and what sort of maps they're comfortable on the day. I'm interested to see if we see either of the 2 maps that we saw yesterday. Obviously, we covered the ENCE game, the ENCE Skade game. That was a 2-0 in ENCE's favour, but of course, first map, ENCE were super dominant. They had a 13-2 half on Ancient. Then there was that massive comeback. Obviously, Ancient's quite CT-sided. I'll be interested to see if we see Ancient pulled out again today. We'll have to wait and see. Of course, this ENCE roster: Snappy, Diha, Sphinx, Hades, and the newest edition of Madden. We talked about it yesterday, but of course, we haven't got the same viewers as yesterday. So Madden came in about a month ago in place of Doto, and he hasn't had the best ratings. He hasn't had the best of matches since he's come in. He hasn't been too bad, though. Yesterday, he put up a really good performance against Skade. So this is going to be another one of those chances to kind of prove that he is a really solid lock for this team. And yeah, I'm excited to see him in play once again today.
You have to say as well, just Diha into that first game, he had 32 kills on map 1 on Ancient. Of course, on that second map, on Mirage, everybody was pretty much at that same level. They had a delta of maybe 3 kills across the board. And that just goes to show that sometimes a whole team can show up, everybody can grab their kills, and then everything is fine as well. Sometimes you do have standout performances from a single player, but it's all fine if everybody comes to get it. But you even have some players lagging behind here and there. Of course, this BLUEJAYS roster is still kind of new for me. Sure, they've kind of been together for a while. Dignitas, of course, the newest addition for them as well. And yeah, just still kind of also a team from a region where we don't see too many players actually in the upper echelon of Counter-Strike.
I know a little secret about Casanito.
What's up?
He's unreal. He's really good. Yeah. Obviously, I was covering these guys' match against Endpoint the other day. He was unbelievable. He put up, I think he went 37 to like 15 or something dumb in one of the maps. It was just unbelievable. He was absolutely cracked. He could not be stopped. He's definitely the one to look out for today here for this BLUEJAYS side. We're going to be jumping over to the veto though, and this is where we get to see if we see the same maps as we did yesterday. Inferno banned first, Nuke gone now. Are we going to see an Ancient? No, it's Overpass picked in by ENCE. What's next?
Yeah, Mirage.
Mirage, okay.
I'm actually a little bit surprised there as well, just because, yeah, sure, it is one of those maps that can be open for anybody. I'm maybe a little bit more surprised about an Overpass, because BLUEJAYS usually ban that out first. They went for a Nuke ban today, and it's sure not like Nuke was only played 3 times for ENCE. Yes, they were able to win it, but of course they were able to beat Godsend and also Navi at IM Catalyst. So sure, maybe a little bit of scaredness there, and at the same time for BLUEJAYS really have 2 maps that they don't really like to play. But I think in that regard with their stats, Nuke is probably the better map to ban out as well. Dust 2 could just be a default decider in that.
For sure. It was interesting to see as well that Ancient was actually floated there by ENCE as a 3rd map, but BLUEJAYS decided to ban it. So we're going to Dust 2 instead. Map is now live though, so we're going to be jumping right into the game. I'm excited to see pistol rounds. Skade yesterday seems to be able to trump ENCE on 3 of the 4 pistol rounds that we saw played. Let's see what BLUEJAYS can do. This is a very interesting strat. A con stack? I'm not sure if ENCE are going to anticipate this. I think they're just going to ignore it and go long instead.
Yeah, it's really nice to see. They just take their time. They say, well, okay, let's go in towards long. Nobody peeked mid, so they might not even be aware of this. Maybe they're stacking B. We don't really know. And right now, as they're jumping around through in towards toilets, this con stack could certainly work out. Look at Casanito now as he can already hear those steps walking away. 3 players down below just ready and waiting here. Diha able to find 1, but only 1. Finds a second as Hades chimes in as well. We do still have Stylies over towards the B. Bomb site rotation is on from Kicksan as well. As the T's right now coming out on top. However, they're not expecting Stylies to still be covering bridge. As right now, it becomes a little bit more difficult for them to actually cross over towards a bomb site. Diha, certainly not all too safe. He's going to be smoked off right now. Spinks already just kind of sticking around. Diha weary of a player that could be coming in from behind. I'm actually surprised that ENCE did pull the brakes after losing 1 player trying to cross over. Diha just waiting in wait and working out for him up against Stylies, as now it's all going to be down to Kicksan. Has been able to find 1 before, but doesn't work out this time. Diha, after having a dominant start yesterday, straight into it with a 4K.
You know how happy it makes me that when Operation Riptide came out, they reduced the price of the Jewelies, and now they're a proper meta. In Pro Tier CS, it is very viable to get a pair of Jewelies and some utility for pistol round. It makes me so happy, Tyler. And to see 4 kills like that from Diha is just such a huge round. ENCE with their first on the board. It did get a little bit ropey. There were a couple of very, very close swing moments that could have gone either way. But BLUEJAYS dropping down to a full eco. They didn't want anything to do with this one. They're against some SMGs as well, so a good chance for ENCE to try and rack up some cash. But it is a long stack, and this could be a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, still it's Snappy boosted, run boosted up. Hades is going to find 1 as well next to Snappy. And right now, they just know that there's players there. Not a problem, though. Mac 10's grabbing a couple of kills as well. The AK of Madden, yet again, just cleaning house. And ENCE with a perfect start onto this first map, onto their own map pick as well. Exactly what you want on a T side of Overpass as well. Grab that pistol, grab the follow-up. But of course, the CTs are going to be dangerous right now. They're still lacking here and there when it comes down to utility. Not a single defuse kit either. And they have 5 M4s to go around though. There's also helmets bought up because there's still a Mac 10 and a Galil in the running.
Well, last round, if ENCE had 5 rifles in play, I think 2 casualties would have been a few too many, but with 3 Mac 10s, I think they're happy to lose 2 players there. They can upgrade them onto the rifles for a round like this. Keep 1 Mac 10 as a bit of a bonus. That's on Diha. They've got a bit of an advantage here, I'd say, especially with that utility. BLUEJAYS have jumped straight into those M4s. They don't want to take the contingencies of having the FAMASs, and it means that they just don't have the utility to go for some of those peaks. The flashbang not there, and the bullet straight in the head. Diha still putting that Mac 10 to use as well, despite the firepower disadvantage that it comes with, and instantly he's going to upgrade it.
Yeah, it's great for him as well, just grabbing $600, grabbing an M4A1S as well for his troubles, and right now, still keeping an eye lurking towards this banana area of the map. The rest of the team is down over towards the B bomb site, just kind of waiting for any sort of movement there. Give them away, but right now, Smokes flashbangs over towards the B bomb site. Diha rotates over as well. Hades finds Stylies immediately. The flashbang there from his teammate, but still, they're into a great spot here already, and the CTs would be better phased. Yeah, just hang on to these rifles. Both M4s ready for that next round, but ENCE, of course, keeping everybody alive. The weaker weapons, the Galil and the Mac 10, they were both upgraded to M4s. Right now, ENCE just seem like they will have that pure dominant start, build up economy straight from the start, and make life really, really difficult for those CTs.
Well, it's not a bad save call, especially being on that CT side. They're still getting the cash anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But it is a bit of a tough pill to swallow, of course, when you've been on such a streak over these last couple of days to go into your semi-final match and kind of finally be put in your place in the opening few rounds. You've got to get their heads back in the game, kind of mentally come into that next buy round and try and put their foot down, try and put some rounds back together. Of course, this is a little bit of a difficult situation because they don't really have the funds to buy around this. They've got that max loss bonus, so as long as they stay around the $1,500 mark, they will be able to fully invest into the next round. Danny and Kixan aren't going to try and drop. Instead, it's just going to be some pistols. I think Aid Kit's saving a little bit of cash to go for that sniper moving forward as well.
Yeah, and right now, of course, for the T's, it's still early game for them. They don't need an op just yet. They can just stay mobile, be quick, try to just take Blue Jays out straight at those routes, and with that, I'd be expecting that maybe if one of them were to fall in this round, they might go for an op, but they don't really need it, I'd say, right now. Just stay mobile, stay quick, and right now, already 4 players in towards long, moving towards the A-bomb site. Only now will Aid Kit have a look, and well, with that one gander, he sees 4 players, says, well, okay, I need help over here towards the A-bomb site. Immediate rotation already coming back up from Stylies as well. As Danny's still holding on with the M4, trying to go close range. Flashed out, though. And perfect timing there for the flash from Snappy. Diha double kill from his side, looking for more as well. Switches to the dualies. No ammo, but just goes straight hunting in behind. A little bit reckless there to die to Stylies, but Spinks, timing not exactly perfect. Was sure that he heard Casanito in behind. That's 2 weapons given away right now. It's a 3-on-2. The retake certainly doable, especially with a headshot like that. It's all down to Hades now.
Well, the lack of kit could be problematic, but he's found himself the first headshot. He hears the molly ticks, just needs to stay alive here. As Stylies goes for the 3rd peek, hits the headshot, gets on the bomb just in the nick of time. And Blue Jays, what on earth is that? What a ridiculous round to win.
But at the same time, why does Diha just push straight through the smoke?
I think it's just that overconfidence. You've got the bomb down, you've got the man advantage, you think it's unlosable. All of a sudden, couple of little bits of miscommunication, couple of mistakes are made, and the round just crumbles.
And sure, they have the reserves to work with that. Hades is going to go straight onto the op. Sure, they've been able to find those kills beforehand as well, but just the push a little bit too reckless. Yeah, it was nice from Hades to see him actually still wrapping up 2 kills. I was sure with the damage initially dealt that just 2 bullets from a spray down from him would be plenty enough, but it doesn't come through. With that, Blue Jays do get a first round. Styly's already down to 16 though. Thoroughly spams in utility in towards short. ENCE looking to gain space with this Molotov as well. Just keeping that connector player back for the moment. Helping out Stylies towards short. Aid kit flashed out of long. Gives information away to ENCE that there is an AWP in play. That AWP is currently over towards the A-bomb site. A little bit more hesitant now to go towards Banana, to go in towards Toilets right now. B-bomb site seems a little bit more promising for them. Even that nade. Important damage to start things off here against Snappy.
Yeah, Styles has somehow wounded up on 16 HP as well, which isn't ideal. Must be short controls taken. Blue Jays have actually got a bit of a stack over towards this A side of things. Normally on overpass, you would see the defenses leaning over towards the B side a little more. Danny and Styles in a little bit of a vulnerable position. Styles, I like the fact that he's playing this barrel angle. He's low on health. Play that head glitch. But ENCE are just an arm's length away and they're about to execute.
Right now, Stylies still over towards the B-bomb site. Difficult spot for him because one single nade would put him out of his misery. Casanito. Oh, he's wrapped around once again, and that'll be a free kill onto Madden. Lone player over towards the A-bomb site. The rest is over towards B, and the execution is already happening. The kills, though, coming through. A-Kit, Stylies, both. And Diha's good for 1, but only 1, as Hades is the last player remaining. 5 seconds, no time. And with that, holds on to his op. No loss bonus for him in that round. And the rest of the team... Yeah, I mean, Force is kind of on the plate for them. And perfectly fine with it as well. Grab these rifles, support that op to the maximum capacity, get everybody on the same stand when it comes down to money.
That's a pretty...
Nice to see Blue Jays, as soon as they have weapons, even before that already, it working out for them.
Yeah, got lots of AKs in play now as well, so they're looking like a very fierce side. That was an unbelievable shot from D here as well towards Heaven there. And you can see he's just feeling it. He's 9-2, he had a 4K in the pistol. He is awake today. And he's definitely going to be a fierce player here for the ENCE side. Hades finally got an AWP in hand and putting it to good use as well. Finding that opening pick onto Casanito, who's been such a pain for ENCE in these opening rounds. Getting in through long, pushing around behind, and they've just not been ready for him. This is what I was saying. He's that one to look out for. He's always in those kind of dangerous positions.
Right now, with that one player advantage, ENCE already looking over towards the B bomb site. That smoke is maybe even just keeping them back for the moment. Certainly not for long. Blue Jays yet again, they've cleared through long. They can say, well, okay, everything here seems clear. Make your way down towards the B bomb site. And I'm still not really impressed by the way that ENCE are handling map control right now. Because yet again, yes, the push is on right now, but the rotation, the backstab is already happening. The damage is already set. Spinks finds that first kill towards the B bomb site. Danny still in a compromising position for ENCE right now. Just waiting. Aid kit already in towards short. They only have one single prong of attack. Aid kit now to chime in as well with a double. And that's it. Blue Jays just shut them down yet again. And there you go. The failing map control for ENCE brings Blue Jays straight back into it. It's been the same game plan. Try to wrap around. Try to push through. And get in from behind. ENCE just taking too long. And they're going to take their first timeout now as well. Worrying on their own map pick. They're not really that creative. Very, very slow on their own T side.
I'm not surprised there's a timeout coming in here as well. It really feels like they've lost control in these last couple of rounds. They had a lot of success on B previously. Now they can't even seem to get out of Monster. They're just being absolutely bombarded as soon as they push through. Tied up. Not for long, though. Blue Jays should be able to take the lead here, as ENCE just don't have the funds behind them. We'll see a couple of pistols come out as they discuss what the game plan is. Probably not for this round, but the one to follow.
Yeah, and still, these guys, of course, not too happy with the result thus far. But I don't think they're too phased for the moment. We'll have to see what they can do. Bring it back into the game. Aid kit already first peek into its mid. Spinks actually on the Deagle, able to grab a first kill. Of course, never underestimate these Deagles. Madden as well. He had a 3K yesterday on Mirage. Now as Casanito is able to trade things back. Still a 3-on-3 happening.
I'm quite surprised he doesn't try and recover that AWP, you know. Potential for D here to grab it. If he can find this kill with a Tech 9, no. Casanito still guarding it. And there we go. Hades tries to snatch it. Does just about get away. That's a valuable weapon for him. He should probably just save that.
Yeah, because he would have enough money to buy up onto armor anyways. He is going to go for a peek over towards the A bomb site. Maybe still something possible. All just depending how aggressive do Blue Jays go. Does anybody show? And right now, Hades already just waiting for Kicksan to do just that. Peek into his op scope. That right now doesn't seem to be a possibility. Also, the rotation from Danny not coming up just yet. They're staying in their positions and not pushing out, not gifting anything away to this op or the Deagle. And right now, bit by bit, ENCE are starting to work their way out towards the bomb site. Hades still the player with the bomb. He only has 26 HP to work with, though. Spinks the one to take the first attack. Casanito wraps things up with an ace. Yes, it's only up against pistols, but still quite valuable to grab those kills. It was everything but a clear round, let's be honest as well.
Yeah, I mean, I understand why Hades goes for that pick, or goes for the peek towards the site. If he finds that pick, maybe if Blue Jays get a little bit too aggressive and want to peek for that information, then they find that kill, they can isolate the final man on the site and maybe make something happen there. But I really do feel like Hades on an AWP this round would be far more valuable. Of course, the advantage now here for Blue Jays is, as I said before, they've sort of been able to reset a little bit, get back into the driver's seat of this game. For ENCE, slow stuff. Spinks just outside of B, spamming through these smokes. The rest of his teammates stuck in playground over towards Fountain. Just slowly but surely taking control of Banana.
Yeah, but look at how far up Aid Kit already is, lying in wait. Casanito in towards Connector as well, down in towards Underground, close towards that T ladder. He's in this corner right now. I highly doubt that he'll get any T's coming his way anytime soon. At the same time, he can start thinking, well, actually, going up, the timing might just work out. Do they check into this position? They just about seen him.
Oh, man.
Still a decent amount of information. The fact that, of course, those players are going back towards T-spawn. Where are they actually heading? Are they going towards B? He actually falls back towards the B bomb site. 3 players now lying in wait here, and the bomb is back on its way towards the A site. They're clearing out Connector right now just to be safe. Smoke deployed from Spinks. A single smoke might not phase them just yet. Aid Kit as well, going aggressive in towards Banana. Bomb is his for the moment. He should be traded here, and he is by Snappy. Xan starting to fall back already. The rotation coming back up as well from Casanito. As right now, Snappy starting to get that bomb down. Is looking good for the T's as Hades finds the kill. Just have to hang on. Don't go overly aggressive. Kixan finds Madden pretty much for free. Snappy just holding on. Can't yet find that headshot. Trade's not set just yet. Waiting for that bomb to be tapped, waiting for the defuse to start happening, and already Hades can be sure about it right now. Check it bit by bit. The AK is there, though. A single headshot would be enough. Time is of the essence, and it's starting to run thin for Blue Jays. It's over. And finally picking up another round after conceding 4 in a row. And still Blue Jays, Stylies and Aid Kit don't really have the money to buy straight back up. They need support from their teammates.
It's just played perfectly there by Hades as well. I was a little bit worried that ENCE were going to get caught in retreat with Blue Jays just kind of so hot on their heels with that retake. As soon as that bomb was planted, they're trying to get back to long, they're trying to get back to toilets, and as I say, they were almost caught out. Hades did recover it very, very nicely indeed. A very even round, actually. Lacking on utility for the Blue Jays. Danny only with that for mass. There are a couple of contingencies on the ENCE side too. Diha back on that Mac 10, Spinks on the Galil. It's a bit of a funky one. Reset potential for either side. Whoever wins this round, it should be worth 2. As ENCE look like they're going to go for some kind of hit towards B.
At the same time, weary about this. At the same time, Blue Jays starting to go aggressive. Oh no, 4 players into a short pipe. 2 still holding on to that smoke. Do they have a flashbang to support themselves through? Is there a flashbang to happen? Stylies finds both as the bomb dropped. Yes, the trades are there from Spinks, but still, Days in the first second. Diha actually on the Mac 10 to find the kill onto Kixan. A little bit of a surprise there as well, but the bomb can actually make it out towards that site. Flashbang as well, not really bringing Casanito out of his position just yet. Diha to be dropped. 2-on-2. Post-plant situation, not exactly ideal. Friends here either, but they're starting to work out with this utility. Madden, a very, very difficult spot.
Aid Kit just doesn't have the weapon for this, and as soon as Madden finds that kill, yeah, he needs to get the hell out of there. 2v1 with an AWP, he can't be aggressing onto the site. That's a real shame. I mean, Kixan just had to find that kill onto Diha. That's really disappointing. If he finds that kill on short, then it's a Blue Jays round. Such a good effort to get that early control, to get that early information. It's kind of no surprise that they were traded, even though they do find those opening 2 kills. That tunnel in Monsters, just so isolating. It's such a long route back where as soon as that swing comes in, there's not a lot you can do to kind of defend yourself. There's no cover. But then somehow are able to take that one over the top. And as I said before, it's got to be worth 2. Blue Jays just do not have money. Even though they've saved that AWP, I don't think they can justify buying around it. It's effectively going to be an eco round with a bit of spice. And oh my goodness.
And that's the one player that had body armor as well. Guys, not like this.
Yeah, it's not what you want to see.
Aid kit, he's down at 39 already. Not at all what we were expecting from this. He's still starting to go aggressive. Of course, he's the only player that has a little bit of body armor. Can maybe resist 1 or 2 shots, but at the same time, 2 shots is going to be enough from an AK on body hits to find that kill. Might as well have someone on 100 HP to take that first fight, but look at that. 3 USPs to check Spings. Can he hold on? Yes, he can, at least for 3. What might be his ultimate demise, but that's fine. Getting a 3 for 1, perfectly fine. Especially when you're stuck in that corner all by yourself, as long as nobody falls to this P250. Casanito, how does he not get checked? It's not the first time that you have a player from Blue Jays lurking around, getting a kill from behind. Now at least he drops the Snappy. Let's be honest, 2, maybe even a 3rd kill here if Aid Kit can manage. Would be plenty enough for Blue Jays in a round like this, or just hold on to the op as well.
Yep, he's just got to get out of there. It's a bit of a shame that the kill that Aid Kit did find on short. There was no one left with him to go and grab that AK. Of course, the only other player alive was Casanito. He was stuck in toilets. He was never going to be able to get down to B short to go and grab that AK and save it. And Aid Kit's not going to swap out his AWP for it, and he's going to fall here as well. Snappy, perfect on the hunt. They've already got an AWP. It's on Hades, so that one's just going to go completely out of play. There won't be enough cash for Blue Jays to invest another. Yeah, it's been a bit of a disaster, to be honest. 6-4. ENCE creeping back into this one. They've got a round that they could definitely win here if they play their cards right. Once again, not a huge amount of utility here on Blue Jays. Only a single kill on Aid Kit, so they have got to keep track of it. They've got to be careful in the post-plant scenarios. And they've only got their M4s. Don't have to worry about an AWP picking you off. Ooh.
Oh, first fight, and the nade probably going to end that as well. Diha to be taken out. Spinks, though, able to return the favor on the AK straight in towards water. Only 1 kill from him, though, as Kickstand trades back once more. The advantage is set for Blue Jays. And right now, their side, sure, they're down by 2 rounds. ENCE's 6 rounds on a T side probably is going to be plenty enough for a T side on overpass. Right now, further fights still on. The 8 bomb set is under attack, still holding on as well. Actually surprised about that. Kit's starting to stick around, still finding 1 into Madness. Second here as well, sets. And he has to reload. It's all done and dusted from there on out. Blue Jays yet again losing 3 players, but the round is theirs.
Yeah, not a bad recovery at all, of course, after that opening pick. Casanito, as soon as I said they don't have to worry about being picked off by an AWP, Casanito just jiggle pigs con and hits an insane dink onto Diha, which is pretty much the same thing, really. Gets the nade in, finds that opening advantage within seconds of the round, and yeah, ENCE weren't really able to recover off of it. Blue Jays just played the trading game from that point forward, and they weren't going to lose. Aid Kit, a little bit more of an aggressive stance with this AWP. Generally speaking, though, ENCE haven't been crossing Fountain. They know that it's a danger zone. If they want to get to Party, if they want to get to Long, they always cross through Playground where that threat isn't there. Aid Kit. Oh, he had his crosshair on the head through the wall. A random pull of the trigger could have found him an opening kill.
I would be expecting that those walls are thick enough to keep an AWP shot from actually going through, but you never know.
It is wallbangable. I don't think it's a kill, but it is wallbangable.
Right now, still, for ENCE, their power is a wrap thin. 3 AKs, 2 pistols to go with it. Diha yet again on that Tech 9, checking out connector, nobody there to be found, and 3 players over towards B, and yet again, Casanito has been able to clear out Long. He's going to be checking mid, and maybe even will be joining Diha in towards connector in a matter of seconds. Not closing that door just yet, so there's certainly targets there, but right now, Kixan and Danny making sure that they all drop. Bomb is dropped as well. AK recovered for a moment here for Diha, but not long enough. And all 5 players staying alive. Exactly what you need on the CT side.
You know, I don't actually think you said this in the pre-game. I think you said it in our pre-game that nobody else gets to listen to, where we just chat about the match for 10 minutes before it starts. And you said that ENCE need to make sure they iron out those couple of mistakes that they were making yesterday against Skade. We're starting to see those mistakes come in again here. That was such a messy round. Going for this late B execution, Hades throws a flash that none of his teammates turn, and they're all just blinded, running in. I mean, that is a mess if I've ever seen one. And Blue Jays are able to take a flawless round off the back of it. Really nice capitalization there. Aid kit, what a deep peek. And another flick to follow up. They're only eco frags, so it's not going to matter too much, but he doesn't know that. It's just a confidence booster for him. Beautiful AWP shots regardless.
Yeah, and especially just the fact we've seen a couple of mistakes here already from ENCE on the side of Blue Jays. They've pretty much been doing everything right. Nothing where they're overly committing. Aid kit didn't see the head just yet. We saw the cat moving thanks to our observer for turning the x-ray off for a second. But yeah. Right now starting to move in bit by bit. And yet again, yes, you're down to 3 men. You only have a single Deagle and a P250 alongside that Glock. But still, kill, 2 kills would be great. Also just a little bit more confidence inspired, but there you go, Casanito. Yeah, again, how many times has he done this now? Come in sneaky peeky like from behind, gets a knife kill this time out. The second rate back on the M4. And that's one way to do it. 3 in a row yet again for Blue Jays. Next buy to come for ENCE. And we're only 2 rounds away from the end of the first half. As we've said already, though, 6 rounds could be plenty enough to actually end things here for that first half.
You know what's so ridiculous about the way that Casanito plays? Not only does he catch ENCE off guard, he catches us off guard, and sometimes even catches our observer off guard, just with how sneaky he is with his lurking plays. Nice bit of early damage onto Kixan, as ENCE will take this early short control, but the bomb still right back over towards deep mid. Casanito again is lurking ways. There's surely no way Hades expects this. Yes, he does. Beautiful entry.
Yeah, and right now, yet again, just ENCE showing their pure firepower that seems a little bit stronger. Diha especially. But yet again, this is kind of reminiscent of that first map yesterday where Diha had a stand-up performance. The rest of the team messing up simple shots are looking like a little bit more simple shots for pros at least. And him just then finding kills, but he can't do everything by himself. He needs the support of the rest of the team. And sure, he was also a little bit too confident, especially into round number 4. Which was the first one that they actually lost in the game today. Snappy picks up Danny. It's all going to be down to Kixan. But yeah, he was maybe part of the problem in that 4th round, but apart from that, he's of course been more of a solution for ENCE, grabbing those kills being so important as well. 4K in the first round in the pistol. Right now, I mean, Blue Jays win 4 in a row, lose 3 in a row, now win 3 in a row, only for ENCE to get back in, make it 7-7. It'll be as tight as it can be moving into halftime. And also in towards that second half, and who knows who will have the lead right now. Blue Jays have enough money to still be able to invest into this final round of the first half.
I'm actually pretty surprised that the odds are still as one-sided as they've been since the start, basically. Even though I would still favour ENCE in this scenario, I definitely think the Blue Jays have got a little bit more equity that's being showed here. This is 7-7 right now, yeah, and this is on ENCE's map pick. Blue Jays are putting up a really, really strong fight, and it really could go either way. Back onto another buy-up. AWPs on either side. Aid kit's been very, very deadly with his. Over towards mid. This time playing a little bit further back, over towards long instead. And that is going to allow ENCE Connect to control, which they haven't been gifted every single round. I like the fact that Blue Jays have kind of been teasing it here and there, occasionally going for connector peaks and whatnot, so it always just keeps ENCE on their toes.
Yeah, and right now, both teams already conceding a little bit of damage. Spinx is going to be moving in towards B short. In the meantime, Madden could have had a look in towards long. Casanito, yet again, just lurking around that position, will be starting to move up already. All eyes on him yet again. Can he get the timing right? He's done this multiple times before. He's caught Madden with his pants down before. This time out, though, Madden still keeping on behind. Timing yet again. And right now, the fight is on, and it will be Casanito to come out on top. Yes, it wasn't perfect, but the timing was still there. And he's still able to find that kill in the end of it. Retreating as well in towards long. The T's with that are forced down towards the B bomb site. 4 players lying in wait. Or 3 right now. 1 on a quick rotate as well if needed. And still, a boost in towards water. Still found out. Diha and Spinx on top of their game right now, especially Diha on his headshots. Casanito found as well. Hate to say it, but I think it's 8-7 here for ENCE. That's half time. What a close game into the first half. And how instrumental has Casanito been for these 7 rounds as well on the side of BLUEJAYS? Aid Kit still giving it his best. But it won't happen. 2 players right now on the server that have 15 kills to their name.
Casanito's just been unbelievable. And that's on the C side as well. I'm really excited to see what he can do now that he's on that T side. And he can potentially have even more of an impact. Opening up space, trying to find those picks towards the sites. BLUEJAYS could really do with this pistol round.
What a flex to just have 2 computers right there, both of them running while you're playing CS.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Nice setup though. Either way, Danny, the first one to drop to 1 HP and still alive, and you know what players can do it at 1 HP. So I'm just ready for immediate headshots from his side now as Hades is under pressure. B2000 didn't work out for his first encounter. At least here the pushes have been stopped by BLUEJAYS as well. Biding their time. 1:10 still to go. And ENCE very focused on in towards a connector. And there you go. First kills come out. Casanito to find Hades. Diha trading back onto Danny. 1 HP player gone. Snappy. He's trying to pull a Casanito here. Already in from behind in that pistol round. His timing just about not coming through though. Diha's now coming up connector as well. The timing just a little bit off. And it's all down to Madden towards the bomb site.
San. I think he might have the perfect timing here onto Spinx, and there you go. Crisp headshot 2v2 as Snappy finds one back though. And Aid Kit here and Bank needed that flanking kill, and he does. It's absolutely perfect. Snappy now knows that he's pincered between the two. He's got to try and put some pressure on by tapping this bomb, but he's got no kit, so he certainly can't hold it. Spinning around for both sides. Aid Kit just biding time. Snappy does actually get aggressive and find the frag. But again, the lack of kit is surely the biggest problem here, and as Kicksang goes for the fight, almost loses his life, but recognizes that Snappy has nowhere near enough time anyway. So even though he'll fall, it is still going to be a pistol round for BLUEJAYS, and a very, very important one for them to take.
Yeah, and of course, straight back, leveling it back out between these two teams, tied up at 8. And of course, Overpass right now. We talked about the fact that, of course, it isn't exactly the map that BLUEJAYS usually play. They've played it a couple of times the past couple of months. Usually they ban it out, though. They have won it whenever they played it as well. In a decent amount, of course, for ENCE, yes. They had their own performances in their own regard when it comes down to Overpass. Especially considering, yes, they were able to beat Entropiq. They had close games against Astralis and also against Na'Vi. So So certainly a map that they can contend on. Already also Spinks on an early M4. Be interesting to see what he can do, especially as he's so far up. Actually surprised that he can find Casanito with ease. Doesn't take too much damage. They can switch back out here.
And still with some equity in this one then. That man advantage gives them a little bit of power. And they've got those pistols behind it, stacked up with Kevlar. So any guns that are dropped, they might be able to retrieve. Still going for this boost, trying to get over the smoke. Oh, this is such a powerful angle from Hades. He just needs to stay on it. No, comes off at the wrong moment. Kickstand starts to walk up, and his timing might be a tiny bit off now.
Right now, Spinks still keeping an eye on dropping down towards the B bomb site. They're putting a big bet on that B bomb site right now. Hades, the lone player with the M4, over towards A, holding on for one. Aid kit already dropped, but still 3 more AKs starting to move in. The rotation, though, comes in quickly. They're just not moving quickly enough on the side of Blue Jays, and Hades holding on for a solid amount of time as well. The AKs are back out, but Diha already closing out from both sides. As ENCE win a round where they only had a single M4 invested. The rest were on 5-7 and Deagles. And sure, Blue Jays win the pistol, but they take a timeout straight after. Good time to take it, because that was perfect from ENCE.
Yeah, it really was, and obviously we have these rose-tinted goggles here. We can see it from a top-down view, and we can see exactly what's going on, but Blue Jays, of course, just played that way too slow. Had they have known that the only player on the site was that M4 over towards Truck, they would have been playing far more aggressive than that to just try and trade out that frag, take the bomb site, and get that bomb down. But by playing it as slow as they did, they kind of walked in one by one. They allowed that M4 to just keep picking them off. And, yeah, just a huge, huge mistake there. You can see they don't look too happy with it. This timeout, though, will give them an opportunity to talk as well about what's going wrong here, what they can do to regain control. Because remember, that was the follow-up after winning the pistol. That is not a round that you ever want to be losing.
Yeah, and right now, Blue Jays back to Deagles. We know how strong Deagles can be. Snappy already keeping an eye on. He was more focused in towards short water and short pipe, to be honest. Right now, deeper smoke through Monster. Nobody here to actually contend right now, but at least it pulls the attention. Spinks, though, onto the MP9, already finding a first kill onto Aid Kit. The rest of the guys are moving through. Banana, Hades already able to find one. And they wrap around with the MP9 as well as Hades just holding on. Spinks to actually fall back rather to try and wrap Stylies. And Kicksan, though, in a tough spot. They're only here with pistols, and sure, Kicksan is able to find one, but that's an MP9 drop. The CTs are not going to care. Spinks was able to find 2 kills with it. That's $1,200 just in kill bonus alone. And as long as Kicksan doesn't find a second or even third kill with his Deagle, then everything will be A-okay for ENCE. Just as I say that, Kicksan does find a second, but only 2. They can collect on AK still, and with that now, 10-8, double digits for ENCE. They'll be looking to try and close this one out on their own map pick.
Well, the MP9's come back out. I mean, there's no real surprise. They're against the full eco. It's a good opportunity to buy them, get a couple of kills, and basically already pay them off. Gives you loads of extra cash to go for an upgraded rifle. Of course, Hades might opt for that AWP. In fact, he probably will. Blue Jays staying real far back. They do not want to be farmed by an SMG right now, and they might use this opportunity to kind of talk things through as well. Stack up over towards A, see if they can find a kill or two. A bomb plant would be absolutely fantastic. I think it's very unlikely.
And look at ENCE as well, just pushing through the B bomb site. Everything is fine there. I think it's Snappy to actually be the one to push through. And right now, Spinks holding on towards mid, grabbing 2 kills here already. The headshots are on with the M4. And of course, without a helmet, without armor, they're easier targets as well. Aid Kit finds Hades. Shouldn't be able to recover that MP9. All fine. Bomb drop. Kickstand towards long. All kills going towards the rifles rather than the SMGs. Which is also fine then for the Blue Jays. ENCE right now, though, yet again, 3 in a row. Have not been able to find more than 3 rounds in a row thus far in this game.
Yeah, they've been a very bursty team, haven't they? They haven't really been able to find their rhythm. We saw yesterday against Skade, they really found their rhythm. In that first half of Ancient, they were just unstoppable. They were really getting in Skade's heads. And you could see they were having a bit of fun as well on the cams and everything. They were looking pretty happy with this streak that they had going. Spinks, oh, he is being challenged up close. Does actually manage to find the kill, though. Nice little trade, but Hades is there to bounce one back. And ENCE with the man advantage off the bat here in the 20th.
Yeah, and right now, ENCE already. Yet again, just kind of testing the waters, seeing how aggressive they can go. That first fight at least was traded 2-1, and now still Hades sticking around those toilets. Would of course always be an easier target there, but even in towards long right now, they're still blocking things off. Snappy checking out Connector. He might just have the perfect timing to check on those players in towards Banana. Hades holding on right now, missing out on the first shot. Can he re-peek? Yes, he can. And he even finds a kill for his troubles. Second as well as Styles drops. And it's all going to be down to AK. AK in hand. Does dodge the flashbang there. And still is able to find the kill on Diha, who's on to 20 kills himself. Snappy finds aid kit. ENCE on to 12. And Blue Jays pretty much back down to a situation where, yes, you can force down, keep a limited amount of money in your pocket, just because you have that full-on loss bonus as well. But the odds really starting to twist in ENCE's favor. Maybe he just does that every so often whilst they're not in-game. Just kind of go for a little bit of a glance. Yeah. Just be ready to have that one single moment where we're actually on. Maybe production are recording all of these reactions right now. And we never know. Yeah, and Madden right now, good for one at least. Snappy's there on the MP9 as well, and that's very important. Diha chimes in as Casanito is able to find one on the Tech 9. But of course, bomb dropped right now. Madden, he's going to find the final 2. Makes it 3 for himself in the round. And he's been rather quiet during this game, but at least is able to kind of figure out his killing stance in those rounds where it's a little bit easier, especially when they're not really been focused over towards the B bomb site. Your main objective seems to have always been towards A. Yeah, and Spink's now starting to push through as well. He could just have the perfect angle in towards this T stairway. But they're falling back over towards the B bomb site. Smoke to come. A nice way to figure out their way outside of B. Through that pipe as well. Through Monster. How much space ENCE are giving them right now as well over towards the B bomb site. A little bit of a boost happening. down deep, but
Ooh.
that also just a new angle towards that you have to check, that you have to pre-fire. But at the same time, how many times have we seen this actually come out? First time in this map, certainly. He's been spotted. Damage set, a headshot onto Kixan. Not enough to actually find the kill just yet. Bomb plant is great for them. Just surprised that nade doesn't come out a little bit earlier. Snappy nukes aid kit out of this dimension, and right now, players in similar positions, not the best post plant whatsoever. Look how long the CTs are taking as well. Yes, everybody has a kit. Want to figure this one out. They all want to come in at a similar timing. Kixan able to find one. Styly's down to 1 HP, but it's a one-on-one, and the time is of the essence. They've taken a long time to actually go for this fight first, but Spinks is going to be there. Styly's did not have to peek until he hears the bomb being tapped, and still just narrowly works out for ENCE.
I think Spinks might have tapped it
getting
there.
to them.
I didn't hear it either, but I think Spinks must have tapped it. There's really no reason for Stylies to have peeked in that scenario unless it was tapped. So I assume Spinks tapped that bomb, but either way, comes so close. I love that boost over towards the B site, though. It's something that I play a lot myself. It's a very good defensive way to play B, especially late game. You can give up control, but yeah, it's often overlooked. There's so many angles to be clearing when you're coming out of B monster or B short that, yeah, a lot of the time it will merit you at least one kill. And even if it doesn't, you're very close, so you can go for that retake straight off the bat. Beautiful opening pick from Hades is traded by Stylies. In fact, he's actually able to find Spinks, and Hades has to get the hell out of there. No longer has that support, so needs to take a deeper angle. Actually, he's going for a hard re-peek, and it pays off.
Yeah, and right now, yet again, double advantage for them. Sure, Spinks did also drop in the meantime, but still, they're not backing off either. We still see Hades straight in towards toilets. We see the aggression in towards short B. We still have a player in Diha in towards long right now, holding on. BLUEJAYS, of course, down to 3 men. One of those in Kixan down towards B. The timing is going to be the toughest call here. The flashbang comes through. Pre-fire as well. Kixan is going to come out on top. 3-on-3 now restored. B bomb set is open for the taking. Madden is also quite aggressive in towards short. He drops the bomb, though. Might be a little bit more important. The rotation is already happening. Players are there in position. As they try to move out from Monster, Madden is still a nuisance in towards shorts. That's the point, of course. Molotov dropped. Little to no position where Stylies can hide. It's 15 for ENCE.
And that groove, that rhythm that we talked about before that ENCE weren't able to find, they are starting to find, I think.
7 rounds in a row.
Yeah. Well, I say starting, they're definitely on the tail end of it now, aren't they? This was 8-7. This was back and forth. Neither team were able to string together more than a couple in a row, and all of a sudden, ENCE have just absolutely wiped the floor. Remember, this is their map pick, yeah? This isn't super unexpected. BLUEJAYS can somewhat afford to drop this map, but I don't think they want to in this kind of fashion. They're calling a quick timeout. Even if they can't bring it all the way back to take it to OT, I think they want a little bit of a confidence booster before going into the next game. They only get a 10-minute break between maps. You don't want to be demolished on the first and then have to mentally reset going into the second. Overtime's still possible, though. We've seen it plenty of times in Counter-Strike. At this point, I've seen so much CS, Tyler, that I couldn't count anything out.
Yeah, it's certainly always doable, but I'm just not seeing it right now. Yes, they have AKs right now. Only 3 of those, though, as 2 Galils are also in the mix. They're trying to find that boost over, trying to find information over towards this B bomb site. Info there as well. Damage onto Madden also set. Return boost. Also putting damage on. Danny taking a lot here. Kixan to find Madden, though. It's that one entry they find into this round. Danny has no business actually staying alive for the moment. Of course, ENCE. He's hampered here at the start. Already taken damage. Look at all of them. They're all rotated over. Hurt from Spinks, but he also seems to at least be on his way. He's going back up towards Bank right now. Keeping an eye on the A bomb site. BLUEJAYS would probably be better served to try and hit A at this moment. They still seem pretty safe about trying to go towards the B bomb site. Diha gets taken out. Hades still here on the op. He has his eyes trained towards short right now. This player's already up close and personal. Kixan able to find that kill. Of course he is. Close range battle. Snappy though. And still get involved with Spinks. Timing, I think, is the bigger question right now. If they're able to deny even one attempt at planting the bomb, that could be enough. However, player from heaven, Asanito, able to shut things down. He's been so strong today on a lurking role.
He's definitely slowed down though, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He ended the first half playing like out of his mind. He was like 15-7 or something like that. In this second half, 20-20 now. I mean, he's still like above and beyond the rest of his teammates. He's still having a fantastic game, but yeah, I don't think he's had as much impact here on this T side as he did on the defense. 6 rounds in a row though, definitely doable. We almost saw a 13-2 comeback yesterday, so anything's really possible here. Stylies, ready for the boost. What a crisp headshot. He has probably wondering what's just hit him.
Yeah, right now, it's yet again just down to how can they continue with these fights. Hades checking in towards Monster, still in quite an aggressive position right now. But of course, 2 players in towards short water as well. Just kind of taking their time. Hades might be the one to fight, and Kixan does drop back down. It's back to a 4-on-4. Equilibrium has been restored, and at least it's anybody's game right now. Still, of course, ENCE only looking for one more round. Whilst BLUEJAYS have a whole lot more to do. Spinks going aggressive. Asanito could be his target. Timing, though. I think they both saw each other, but Casanito to actually find that headshot. So tough. Hades as well, so quick. Can he hit 2 of these quick close range flicks? No, he can't. Madden's still here. Snappy rotating back over from Connector as well. Have they heard him drop? Madden certainly finds that first one. Danny under pressure. He gets dropped as well. This is it. ENCE make it 16-9 at the end. They did have to concede 2 rounds into the second half. But it's all fine at the end. They take the W. Madden is left laughing. And ENCE are comfortable on their own map pick.
Yeah, Madden knows just how close that was. He got shot down to 1 HP before he found that second kill. So if he'd have fallen there, definitely could have been doable for BLUEJAYS. They put themselves on double digits and maybe make a comeback happen. But it won't be here on Overpass. We're going to be going to a short break, folks. When we return, we'll be jumping over to map 2. It's Mirage, it's BLUEJAYS' pick, and it's their chance to try and take it to a third. Don't go anywhere, because we'll be back in just a moment. Welcome back, folks. We just saw a bit of a whitewash of the first map where ENCE were able to take Overpass 16-9. Now we're on map number 2, BLUEJAYS pick, and we're jumping right into the action. I'm, of course, still joined by Tyler. And in this pistol round, it seems that BLUEJAYS want to head over towards B a little bit early here.
Look at the push down in towards Underground, though. Coming through tunnel, two players there, Snappy and Diha, both trying to go for trouble. Snappy to find that first onto aid kit. They both turn around in towards the apartments. In the meantime, Spinks has found Stylies, Casanito as well, turn around to find Diha. And still, yes, they have a player out towards the A bomb site, but right now the bomb still has to make its way through Underground and up through Connector. Snappy is still holding on. Kicksan is down in towards CT already. Look at that. Right now, Kicksan could maybe even find two for the price of one. He doesn't even find a single one. And Spinks still holding on to that B bomb site. BLUEJAYS are taking a long way back around through T spawn, it looks like. 50 seconds, so they do have plenty of time here. I'm actually surprised that they're going straight back in towards mid. Snappy might be the one to have a first look. He's going down into Underground. None the wiser right now. And a 4v2 in towards Connector. Casanito and Danny moving through right now. Where do they actually want to go? Hades still hanging on. The info is there, though. And him and Madden able to shut things down. And then take the first pistol on map number 2.
It's actually quite interesting there to just see how that round played out. ENCE gave up a lot of control over towards the A bomb site. Kicksan was able to get himself into CT, which was a really powerful position. But you could see just by the pathing of Madden and Hades and the way that they were taking... regaining control of that A bomb site, they were fully aware that Kicksan was in CT, and they were able to find that kill and kind of completely negate the threat that he posed. Now they're in a very strong position. Round number 2, 4 rifles out, Snappy on that MP9, and they're just against a full eco. This is a good opportunity to farm some cash. Ooh.
Yeah, and still Danny's able to find one, recover an M4 for his troubles as well. Still, of course, that started off with just a Glock in his hands. Push down towards short as Spinks was a little bit too aggressive, was able to find one, but Danny there with the trade is able to hang on against the MP9 of Snappy as well. With him and Kicksan, not a whole lot that they can do. Madden to find that killer as well. Kicksan still towards Palace. He might just be able to find one. The M4 wasn't out, but Madden still brings it through. They do lose an M4 and an MP9 on the side of ENCE, but they should be able to manage with that loss.
Yeah, I mean, I think they've actually done really well there to find 2 kills. Would have been a little bit better to find that third, but it's a full eco. They've found 2 kills. They've stopped that MP9 from really doing all too much damage, so not a bad outcome at all. Rifles all round. 10 rifles on the server right now. No AWP. And Madden, wanted to go aggressive. Could have definitely found an opening kill there, but was blinded off the angle. Had to retreat to Con. Still a lot of damage dealt, though, and Spinks will find the first blood.
Yeah, very important just for ENCE here as well. Find that first kill once more. Do more damage onto Casanito and also onto Kicksan. As right now, 2-0 for ENCE already. Looking to further extend that. Looking to keeping more players alive as well in this round. Maybe grab a couple of AKs if they can. And then certainly be just as dominant for the rounds going further. They had a decent run yesterday on Mirage. It was way too close in the first half, but able to close it down in the second. And it's also going for a lot of mistakes yesterday on Mirage. Kicksan and Stylies this time out, finding the immediate headshots. Spinks is in trouble as Stylies finds that kill. And that player advantage that they had is turned around. And, of course, the lurking criminal of Casanito yet again able to find a kill here. Him and Stylies tagged down quite a bit. But it's not like they're going to be caring right now. The bomb is still dropped within mid, though. Have to recover that first. Madden. Big focus still on top Connector. What's happening towards short right now? The drop down from Casanito as well. Nothing in behind him. Let's go Madden as he's able to find 4. Quickly also adjusting to those single players. Doesn't need to go for an AK. I think he was just too happy that he actually found that round. Great clutch from his side.
Absolutely. I thought that was done and dusted, to be honest. Casanito's flank over towards window as well was just perfect. And ENCE, the gatekeepers so far of Mirage. Had a good map on it yesterday. Look at this again from Madden. Just so crisp. And he's had a really good couple of days. 8-0 right now here on Mirage. He had a good last map on Overpass 2. I think he's really starting to find his footing here in this ENCE side. But he is about to take on an entire A execution.
The nade, though, as well, doing decent damage here. The M4 is certainly opened back up for that. The headshots are certainly possible. Then, yet again, Kixan.
Oh.
He hasn't been noticed. And hello, Hades. And already good night said to you on the MAC-10. Spinks is able to trade back at least. And now Madden can come into full force as well. Casanito wrapping around on the Tech 9. Hasn't been able to actually recover that M4. It seems like it's stuck at the top of tickets.
Oh, man.
With that lone player, he can still recover it. Actually looking to bring things to an end. The MP9 to find a kill here as well is great for him. Extra $600. 4 rounds at the start. It was certainly an expensive round there, grabbing 2 players, but at the end, what is it? Lost an AWP and an MP9. You might feel the AWP, to be honest, because Blue Jays will have an AWP out. 4 AKs across the board. What can they do now?
Oh, nice bit of pressure applied at the end there by Snappy, and I'm very surprised that Diha didn't relay that information. He absolutely should have heard Kixan just running straight across there. He was making loads and loads of noise as he went to jungle. Maybe Diha thought it was his teammate stepping or something like that, but definitely a little bit of a mistake on the end side of things. Either way, they recover off of it. They win the round. Okay, they've lost the AWP, but hopefully, for their sake, that won't be too much of a problem. Aid kit, now got a sniper in hand. He hasn't had a great start to the game. He's 004. Now he's got his favourite gun in hand, though. Maybe a chance to try and turn that around. It looks like it's just going to be a default to get things going as well. Maybe an A split to come later on in the round. But Diha, well, I'm not sure about that aggression. Almost finds the kill, though.
How are they not aware of Spinks, though? It's the 4th time in 4 rounds that Spinks has gone aggressive towards short, it feels like. Right now, Madden as well. Players out up on top of him. Stylies is going to find that kill as well. Awkward position for Madden, to be honest. And right now, Hades might be under trouble as well. As Spinks in towards CT, he's being checked, but still holding on for the kill. Molotov in that corner is going to do wonders as well to push him out. Still hide behind that smoke. Hades to drop him. Not sure why they don't go for a bomb plant. They don't have anybody else towards the site right now. Hades as well checking in towards connector. He's well aware the player could still be coming in from this position. Timing though. Kixan doesn't check in at the top corner. And with that, it's all going to be down to Aid Kit and his AWP. Spots one on the site. Isn't able to hit Spinks. This round is done. 35 seconds. Bomb dropped. Aid Kit all by himself in 1v3. Hades already wrapping around through mid in towards T-spawn. He's just looking to shut Aid Kit down. Knife in hand. Big surprise there. You're being hunted.
Yeah, I mean, another couple of little mistakes there from ENCE. It's not a perfect round. Madden, as you said, in a very weird position there. You can't be playing under Palace without support. That position works if you've got somebody in CT watching your Palace walk out so that you can fully focus on ramp. And then it becomes a good crossfire. But if you're just isolated, you're playing an A anchor, and you're aggressed as far as that, you can really, really be caught off guard. That's what happened there. Blue Jays just weren't able to capitalize off of it. Now down to the pistols. Sphinx hits the jump as well. A chance to maybe farm even further frags. As once again, he's aggressive on short.
And Sphinx. How do they still not check him? He's able to find 2. Yes, it's against the Eagles, but still, you should have one of those 3 players holding on, finding that kill. The nade coming out. Bring Aid Kit out of his position as well, down to 24 HP here, and right now they're still tapping away. Stylies gets dropped by Snappy, and sure, Spinks has been lost in towards mid. Diha is going to be switching out towards the AK as well. Aid Kit back in the corner. He gets dropped all down to Danny. And Madden is able to find that final headshot. 6 rounds at the start of Mirage. And Blue Jays, it doesn't matter how far they can actually get into this round. They're just being shut down at every instance.
Well, back on the rifles, a quick replay note. This transfer from Spinks is unbelievable. I really don't know how Casanito hasn't managed to find that kill. Either way, though, sniper in hand for Hades. We haven't really seen him on it so far here on Mirage. They've just opted for these rifles. We did see it one round, but it wasn't put to much use. Dia so aggressive here towards underpass. Needs to be careful on the timing as he falls away. Just about gets out of there, though. And yeah, nice little kind of early prong there from ENCE. They go for that little bit of early aggression just in case Blue Jays are going for something fast. They get the information that actually they're playing a very, very passive round. And then they fall away. Just running down that clock, applying a little bit of pressure, keeping Blue Jays on their toes.
And right now, Diha ready to take a peek in towards mid as well. Spinks pretty much gets stylies for free as he just moves through a CT smoke, tries to go in towards the B bomb site, but he really had no place over towards that bomb site right now. 2 players towards short, another in towards the apartment, and right now Snappy, the timing is decent, and a 1-for-1 trade is fine as well. D had to find Kixan. Spinks able to still hold on. Right now might even make it 3 for the end of the round. Certainly is going to find that final one as well, and right now it seems like a little bit of a game of men against boys. ENCE being the upper hand here, and just finding kill after kill after kill, barely even falling. Look at the kill counter on each side. It's rough.
It's a real shame, to be honest. It's really felt like a hell of an underdog run from Blue Jays. They've had some fantastic results. I don't want to count them out of it just yet. It's still early days here on Mirage, but ENCE are just looking like the better side, and they have done throughout this series. Hades abusing short again, the jump across. Oh, he needs to be careful. There's one to his right. Why is he not checking it? Kicksan will be able to trade it out. Hades really overstays his welcome there. But either way, should be another comfortable round for them. And that AWP's completely unretrievable for now.
Alright, now Diha still just chilling top connector. Spinks yet again towards shorts. Worked out for him before. Why not just keep going the same way? Diha is able to find one, but only one. Casanito was able to trade him out, but in the meantime, Spinks was able to find him out as well. Sure, it's only a little bit of a force. Couple of pistols, couple of SMGs there on the side of the T's, and they will at least get the bomb planted towards A. And a 3-on-2, so of course they've done their damage. They've done their bare minimum. Right now, Styly's already being naded, a little bit of damage set. Madden to find that headshot. Aid kit though. Watch out behind, guys! As right now, Aid kit only able to find one. Almost had Snappy down dead to rights as well. With that, Madden taking his time on the defuse. Unsure of what they're collecting. Maybe the AK and the AWP towards short. That's lead towards halftime already secured. With, well, 7 rounds still to come.
Just a bit of an inherent problem there with Aid Kit's flank. I mean, it works if his teammate stays alive, but wrapping around to jungle like that, the bomb just wasn't planted for him. Even if he did find that second kill, the defuse would have just been held and the round still would have gone to ENCE. 8-0. Blue Jays still unable to put their foot in the door. They're now in this position where they're going for another buy here. They don't have a sniper in hand. Aid Kit, again, could have bought one if he wanted to, but opts for that AK-47. On the other side of things, a double AWP. Spinks, we haven't seen him with this AWP at all so far this game. Now he fancies his chances with it. Down towards bottom con. The other in play towards CT. It looks like Blue Jays are going to try and waterfall out of Palace here with these 2 members. Danny with that bomb over towards ramp.
Yeah, right now, Madden up against Aid Kit, already finding that first kill. Initial damage already set. Madden still kind of wrapping around, but he's going to be taken out by the Molotov. Danny. Oh, but Spinks, I think he might have just seen something above that smoke. Finds Stylies. Timing there as well. The double AWP setup working wonders right now. Hades not hitting his shot, but the flake is on. Of course it is Hades. Spinks is going to get another chance at this as well from his position. It's down to 2 men already. Hades able to shut down Danny. Kicks down all by himself, and he's able to at least find Diha. But the nade is going to be the end of him. It's just classic that you don't hit the easy shot, but then hit the insane flick.
Yeah, that was filthy. That was a filthy flick. I like that a lot. Really well played from Spinks. So I think it might have even helped there that Madden had died and was probably watching his POV too, because when you've got kind of another pair of eyes watching you, you can always get that second opinion of, oh, I think you just saw someone's head behind that smoke. But yeah, 9-0. This is a really, really dominant showing from ENCE so far. They just need to keep this pressure. Diha, he hasn't gone for this yet. That's such an unexpected play, and where it's him a triple, my goodness.
And it doesn't matter that Aimkit even gets him in behind of it. He finds 3 kills, jumping around, somehow trying to figure out, even able to reload, and still, it all works out. And yeah, ENCE, they're not crazy. Sure, they're hitting some nutty shots at times, but it's also just little to no creativity on the side of BLUEJAYS. Always just waiting out ages upon ages. Never tried to pick up the pace, and right now in towards mid, sure, Diha had it timed perfectly with his drop there as well. Time and time again, BLUEJAYS try to pressure in towards mid, and it's either Window or Spinks to be their ultimate demise.
Oh yeah, I love the third-person cams. Those just look so derpy in Counter-Strike, I don't know why. But yeah, I mean, it's been another fantastic round. I actually love what Diha went for there. It's one of those kind of plays where when you're going for an underpass boost, or when you're just trying to throw a smoke in and drop out a window fast when you've got the spawn for it. You can do it once, yeah? You can do it once and a half, maybe twice if you're feeling crazy. And then it becomes very, very predictable, and it's very easy to counter. But yeah, Diha hasn't gone for it at all. They're 9-0 up. They're really feeling confident right now. And he says, do you know what? Has anybody gone for an underpass pick yet? No. Okay, I'm going to go for it right now. And he finds himself a 3k off the back of it. Just pure class.
Yeah, with that right now, it is going to be 10-0 on the side of ENCE. Double digits. And if this continues, then we might have a pretty quick end to this best of 3. I mean, I was expecting ENCE to be the stronger team today. I was fine with the 16-9 on Overpass. I was actually still surprised by the fact BLUEJAYS were able to rack up 9 rounds. This was more of along the lines that we expected here for ENCE as well. And remember, this is BLUEJAYS' map pick, but of course a map like Mirage, anybody can play it. And right now, ENCE, just aim that is pure dominance, really. That is keeping BLUEJAYS back.
I mean, you've got to remember right now, Tyler, in the first half of Overpass, it was an 8-7 half. And since that halfway point, BLUEJAYS have found 2 rounds, and none of them have been here on their own map pick. Snappy right now, tucked behind bench, not made his presence known, has seen one in the apartment, swings out, only good for 1. Nice trade there from Danny. And with the man advantage, they might actually be able to take this B site. The bomb over towards the truck, though, that needs to be retrieved and tapped down. And Styly's on the other side of this smoke. Trying to use the gap in it to find an opening pick.
And Hades still over towards the A bomb site right now, holding on to probably into connector, maybe in towards short. Madden to find Stylies. And there you go, it's all down to 8 kits within a matter of 1-2 seconds. And right now, 8 kit down to 3 HP. D had to shut him down. It was 4-on-3. And ENCE, it just seemed a little bit too easy. It was 3 kills, everybody chiming in within 1 second. And look at these odds. Remember, they are series odds, but 1 to almost 93. I don't know if I've seen one-sided odds like this at an 11-0 scoreline before.
Yeah, that's kind of unreal. That's kind of unreal. The confidence on ENCE as well in that retake to not even be rotating Hades over. I mean, even though he's on the other side of the map, he's playing a very important role. Holding short, if as long as ENCE know that they're not playing towards the pillar or anything like that, his role is then to make sure that if anybody swings out of ladder room and tries to deny that defuse or anything like that, then he's got that shot. But yeah, you're still going to have a lot of confidence. You can win those aim duels on the site, and they did. They won every single one of them. 11-0, still keeping this clean sheet. I don't know if ENCE even realise at this point, you're allowed to drop around. That's okay. You don't have to win every single one. But right now, that's what they're hungry for.
They have one thing figured out, and that is how to speedrun Mirage up against BLUEJAYS, it seems like. Stali is yet again finding that first headshot. First blood as well. Return nades. Spinks takes damage as well, though. Smoke into Con. Madden play around this as well. Nice little gap here. Casanito has also spotted him out, though. Headshot found. And yet again, a two-man advantage. Spinks right now the only player towards that B bomb site, and he might be the next to drop. He holds on for at least one. Casanito to find Diha, though. And I hate to say it, but I think this is going to be the first round. Of course it's 11-1. ENCE would be fine if it goes 11-4 at halftime. But right now, Hades has still got a dream. That's finding 4 kills for the retake clutch. 1-on-4 seems doable, but highly unlikely on the AWP. On the retake, not a rifle he can recover right now. Of course, always switch to the Deagle as well.
Go on, Hades. Give us some magic.
They've heard the scope. They know exactly where he's at. The flicks are close, but not close enough just yet. Not actually hitting the bodies. And right now, time was also starting to run out. Danny to find that headshot. All fine still in ENCE's regard. That's 11 rounds off the start. And they've done enough for the first half. More than enough for the first half.
Yeah,
still have so much money to work with.
Absolutely. BLUEJAYS have played that really well, too. Just not facing that AWP, but they know exactly how they need to play that scenario to make sure they win it. I don't blame Hades at all for going for the clutch attempt. They've really got not a lot to lose, so go for a bit of magic. But he has given the opponents an AWP when they wouldn't have otherwise been able to afford one. So, whilst it doesn't matter to him, he can reinvest. It could cause problems. Casanito, beautiful opening shot. Hades doesn't stand a chance there. Couldn't even pull the trigger in time. With a man advantage and mid-control, they might be able to claw back a couple of rounds here in this half. But as you say, 11-4 is still a fantastic half for ENCE, no matter what happens.
I kind of still doubt that it will remain at 11, though. We'll have to see. Spinks in towards short. Nobody holding on to him! BLUEJAYS, have you not learned in these prior 12 rounds? He's doing this every single round, and Diha at least able to find another one as well. It's back down to a 3-on-3. Snappy, though, to shut down Kicksan over towards this B bomb site. Bomb is being collected by Styles and Casanito. But right now, the bomb site might be starting to come under siege. Madden, though, still there, ready and waiting. And right now, 3v1. And, well, Styles over towards A. Might be checked by Spinks in a matter of seconds. Smoke right now will be covering him off. The spray down already happening. 18 HP. On plant would be plenty enough. Won't even happen. 12 for ENCE.
What was that smoke from Styles? You see what he did there?
Just drop it behind you.
Yeah. He came out top con, and instead of right-clicking the smoke on the floor, he threw it right up into the sky for it to then land. That's bonus style points. I like that.
Well, but then if he would have just right-clicked it, it would have bloomed in time for him not to be spotted by a Hades from short.
Maybe. Maybe
100%.
The style
Either
points.
way, talking about Hades, that's Kicksan gone. And Dia also looking to go aggressive. Not like this. Fully blind.
Man.
Does not care. Can retreat into Con as well.
He's double dipping. He doesn't care. He's not bothered at all. Maybe not the smartest move.
Yeah.
But I like the confidence.
Yeah, I'm down for the confidence, but right now, of course, also Snappy still over towards the B bomb site. Casanito is taking damage. Madden knows of a player towards short. Hades well aware of the player above him in ladder room. But Snappy, it's all about his close contact with that apartment's player. Short is taken care of by Hades. Already rotating over. Snappy is there, though. He's ready to just continue shutting this down. Danny, yes, he has the bomb. Apart from one round, doesn't seem like BLUEJAYS can do too much. It's rough. It is really, really rough, but it is what we expected. Blue Jays had an incredible run considering they beat Entropiq 2-0 yesterday. They seem to be just woken up on the wrong side of the bed, I guess, today.
Yeah. Since they won that one round, the odds have actually shifted in their favour ever so slightly. But yeah, still very unlikely. Blue Jays, of course, a map down. Now 13-1 down on their own pick. Seems that they've lost whatever they had in these last couple of days. Has been causing these crazy upsets. They get able to find that first opening pick, but just a very, very fast trade from Spinks. That's perfect.
Yeah, right now, Styly's finding a kill. All of a sudden, it seems like ENCE can't even hit shots anymore. Hades proves me wrong. He's able to not only find one, I was just about to say, maybe even a second. That's going to come down to Spinks, though. No, it's actually Madden to still find it. Still, it is going to be down. Spinks only need to find that single kill, though. On towards the bomb site. Danny up against Madden, 22 HP. Danny right now doesn't really need to peek. He's weary of a player to be in towards CT. Don't peek towards Con. Flash out. Just peeks too early. I think he flashed himself more than he did Madden. That's going to be it. First half done on Mirage. Blue Jays' map pick goes 14-1 to ENCE. What have we just seen?
It's not ideal, is it?
Yeah.
Not ideal if you're Blue Jays.
Not at all.
I mean, they're definitely going to be coming into this second half with maybe not a lot of confidence, but I think at this point you're just sort of playing for dignity. You're playing because, you know what? You've had a fantastic run. They cannot be disappointed with this tournament. It may be a little bit disappointed with this result, but at the end of the day, a team like Blue Jays making it to the semi-finals is absolutely huge. They're going to be coming away with this with smiles on their faces. But yeah, I mean, coming into the second half, you don't want the scoreline of your semi-finals match to be a 16-1. So win the pistol round, try and put some more rounds on the board, and make this a closer affair.
Yeah, pistol on our way. The CTs are here to try and hold on to the B bomb site. Maybe holding onwards a little bit stronger. Kixan certainly does so with those Julies. Nobody seems to be able to shut him down. Where's the communication ends? Finally, he drops. It's a 3-on-2, all going to be down to Madden. Holding on for one. Can he isolate this into separate 1v1s once more? It seems like he can. Now they're starting to peek together. But Madden is here! And it will be Danny for that final headshot. I mean, I guess one thing that they're split 50-50 on right now is pistol rounds. Both winning 2 apiece. 1 each on the individual maps. But it is still a long ways to come back from.
Yeah, a hell of a long way. 14-2. 12 in a row to level out this scoreline. 14 in a row to win it in regulation. The Eagles out as well here for ENCE, so I'm kind of not surprised they've gone for a hard force buy despite the fact that they didn't get that bomb down. Ordinarily in CS, you'd normally see a team go for a full eco here, especially with those 4 kills. But no, they fancy their chances in this one. And they've got enough rounds that they can afford to drop an extra. That's not going to be too much of a problem. Aid kit in a dangerous position. Needs to be aware that Hades is coming from under. Just like that, D has able to draw a first bit of damage, but no kill found.
Yeah, aid kits. At least does find another onto Diha right now. Snappy looking into his window. The rifles are gone right now. It's all going to be down to these Deagles. Snappy, Spinks, and Madden. Remember yesterday, Madden was able to find 3 in towards mid on that Deagle. Still waiting for that magic. Blue Jays are not peeking though. That's exactly what they should be doing. Just hold back. Don't gift anything away. Smoke top con. Flash in towards mid. The peek is out. And Spinks the only one to find a single kill in this one. Is this the start of a comeback?
Maybe. Currently, ENCE are just 1. There's not even any return. That's how confident our partners over at Pinnacle are that ENCE should be able to close this one out. If not in this map, maybe in the third. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, as I said before, BLUEJAYS definitely just trying to put some more rounds on the board, and that's the way you've got to play these kind of scenarios. Your mindset at the start of it sort of saying, yeah, let's just try and put some more rounds on the board, try and make this affair a little bit closer, and then if they do manage to draw it back to double digits, let's say, then you're playing for the comeback. Then you say, okay, do you know what, this is very doable, 4 more and we can make this happen. ENCE on the eco should be a freebie round here for the BLUEJAYS. Just up against these unarmored opponents, just with a couple of pistols in hand. Madden with a nice headshot. It should be a 4th here for the CT side.
Yeah, and right now still Snappy bottom mid, just kind of waiting for anybody to peek into it. It is, of course, still BLUEJAYS, especially Casanito in towards Connector to try and get a little bit more right now. But it doesn't seem like they are in the best of times here. I just like the fact that BLUEJAYS are not gifting anything away. They're not going overly aggressive, especially not in towards mid, where they know that ENCE have a presence. Snappy was boosted up silently. He can be dangerous. Casanito, double kill into Con. And that's it once more. Yet again, only 1 player dropping. Perfectly manageable for a CT side like BLUEJAYS.
Ooh, a technical pause. Not what you want to see. By the fact that Snappy hasn't bought yet, I'm going to assume it's Snappy. Or Aid Kit.
It's actually called by BLUEJAYS.
Ah, maybe it's Aid Kit then.
Yeah, we'll have to see. We'll keep an eye on it.
How do you know? How can you see that it was called by BLUEJAYS?
I was checking the admin board.
Wow, you're quick.
Yeah. I always have that open.
Ah, okay.
And our admin says that one guy is lagging, so...
Okay. Well, hopefully. It's resolved quickly. See, I'm not even there yet. I'm still trying to navigate my way to this admin channel. You... Bosses in the West. Whatever.
Yeah, well... we know I'm quick.
Oh, yeah.
Either way.
Enough of that.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Maybe now that they have rifles across the board, a chance to come back. We saw this yesterday as well from Hades, the SG coming back out. It's rare that we actually get to see it on the server.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we saw a mob for it yesterday, actually, and I pointed it out yesterday. It's not something you see all too often after it was nerfed. I mean, remember, there was a time, there's been a couple of times in, like, Counter-Strike history where I've thought, this is it, the game's over, this is it. One of which was when the R8 Revolt, in fact, no, there's been 3. One was when the CZ was introduced, and everyone just thought it was like a pocket AK, and it had too many bullets, and everyone just ran around and used it all the time. I thought, no, this is it. The CZ's ruined Counter-Strike. Then the R8 came out, and for like a solid week, every single matchmaking game, I don't know if you played matchmaking while the R8 had been introduced, but for like a solid week, every single match, everyone would just run around and use the revolver because it was super OP. It was a one-shot kill, and it was $800. Or it might have even been 700. I can't remember how much it was when it came out. I think maybe it was still 800. But yeah, that was unbelievable. And then when they did the SG and the AUG buff, and those guns were just superior, and literally at pro level CS, everyone was just running around with the SG. I was like, this is it. This is the end of Counter-Strike. But yeah, they nerfed it. We haven't really seen the gun come out as much since. But Hades still opts to use it, and it's still pretty viable, to be honest. So I respect it. I respect it. Within that time, they've managed to fix the lag issues. So we're back underway. 14-4, BLUEJAYS need to win against an ENCE full buy to secure a 5th right now. And ENCE are playing this one a little bit slower. Stack up towards A.
Yeah, maybe Snappy going for that first face already, at least here. A little bit of damage dealt towards Danny at the start. He gets that first kill onto Diha. A lot of the action happening towards the A bomb site right now as Snappy and Hades, they come out on top in the end here. Bomb is going to get planted. Of course, default position there. Not exactly the best position to try and hold on to, as the CTs are going to be on a full retake. Look at how far laid back they are, though. And of course, this is all going to come down to Madden. How is his timing going to be? Is he going to go all the way through CT? Does he try to find the kills onto Aid Kit and Stylies? Right now, Snappy laid back. Madden is going to be the one that has to hold on to the bomb. It's starting to be defused. Nobody cares about CT. Why should there be a player there? But Madden holds on because of it. Great little bit of movement. Great rotation through the B bomb site. Great lurk from him. It's great to come through. That's all ENCE needed. A single round. They're now on to match and series point to move on to that grand final. And then, of course, be facing off against the winner of our second best of 3.
Yeah, we've got a couple of fantastic teams in that second best of 3 as well, happening shortly after this one finishes. There'll be a bit of a delay, actually, I think, because it looks like this one's about to be a 2-mapper, so that won't be starting until 3 p.m. CET. But, yeah, Game Allegiant versus Forza for that one. So we could see a really, really strong grand finals later on today. Still a chance here, though, for the Blue Jays as Kicksam finds the opening kill. Fast trade from Madden, though. Look how strong he's playing right now. 26-7. The man's on fire.
Yeah, tremendous performance right now still. As even here, Madden a great way to keep his team on top right now. The rest of the team didn't really have to do too much. Of course, in a one-sided game like this, you don't have to hide yourself if you don't find too many kills when one of your teammates goes 26-8. Mind you, that's like a 3 KD from his side as well.
Yeah.
Which is not something we get to see in Counter-Strike too many times. In other shooters, that might be a little bit more likely. Right now as well, yet again, just the lurk from Spinks in towards CT. Bomb is hot on his heels to try and get over towards a B bomb site. Double flash coming out from B, but Diha already falling back. That should be a dead giveaway, but still, Blue Jays holding on to this, and right now, nope, it's B. Surprise, surprise. And Diha could yet again be a lurk. Moving on through underground to pick up the pace a little bit. Hades to find Danny, though. They might not even need Diha to come back into this flashbang. No way that Spinks still finds it. And he finds a 2K at the end of it as well to make it 16-4. Madden, he doesn't care that he just found 26 kills. It's another day at the office for him. Super chill, laid back, the look into the camera. Easy peasy for them.
You can see, even though they're super deadpan, you can see little smiles coming out on their faces. They're in the grand finals, and they're looking to try and back themselves a spot, not only at the LAN Suite LAN later on this year, but also the $40,000 prize as well that comes with it for first place. So not too bad at all. ENCE, a fantastic showing there. You've got to come into that a little bit worried, haven't you, if you're ENCE? Even though when you're the better team on paper, you're always going to be confident. Just looking at the opponents that Blue Jays have been taking down over the recent days, you've definitely got to be coming into it a little bit worried, thinking, oh no, are we next on this kind of Blue Jays train of pain? We'll have to wait. Like they were worried about it, but no, that wasn't the case at all. They absolutely crumbled.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting because as far as I know, we will also hear from Spinks after this game. Right now, we'll give him a couple of minutes for him to actually be ready for the interview. But what a performance as well from Madden. We've talked about the fact that, of course, he is the newest addition to the team. And he showed up yesterday, he showed up today. And right now, he's at least one big part in why it went so quick on this second map.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I was saying before, like, since introducing Madden, he was kind of thrown straight into the deep end. They had those matches at IEM Katowice. They were some really difficult games, and he sort of struggled to find his form a little bit. But in these last couple of days, he's been absolutely demolishing. We're going to take a quick look at the bracket now, just to see how things are shaping up. Of course, we saw the left side of it before the match, but for anyone that hasn't seen it, that's how we've got here in the first place. ENCE now taking down Blue Jays 2-0, so that bags them a spot in the grand finals later on today. And then, as I say, 3 p.m. CET, or if you're in the UK, then 2 o'clock, Game Allegiant versus Forza. Now, that's going to be a really interesting one. Forza had to take down big to get in their position. It was a 2-0. Game Allegiant had a little bit of a tougher time against Godsent, but for anyone that watched that match, they'll know that that one was a really bizarre one. Game Allegiant won the first map really convincingly, lost the second really badly. It was like 16-4 or something crazy like that, and then won the third map really, really convincingly as well. So And that was quite a bizarre roller coaster of a series.
Yeah, and I think both teams even dropped each other's map picks, if I remember that correctly. Just kind of picking up each other's map picks, always one thing to do it. We'll have to see how they're able to continue, which one of those two teams is going to be the favorite. I'm guessing that Forza might have the upper hand, but at the same time, Big didn't really look too hot yesterday. So we'll have to see how they can move on for that. Yeah, it is going to get really, really tough. Right now, of course, if we had a look at the upper side of that bracket, all the games went 2-0. Not the first time that we see games being that clear, but yet again, it's always great to see at least we now do have one of the invited teams that were invited to these playoffs for the games yesterday, actually now qualifying for that grand final as well and getting a chance to qualify for that LAN, as well as grabbing $40,000 in prize pool. At the same time for Madden, if they do win the grand final later on tonight, it'd be the second time that he qualifies for that tournament, as he actually won the first iteration of this tournament series all the way back last year with FPX.
Yeah, that sounds a little bit weird, doesn't it? Kind of full circle almost. But yeah, interesting stuff. ENCE might finally get their opportunity to qualify as well. They've played in so many of these tournaments and they've fallen short time and time again. But it sounds like, Tyler, we've got the interview ready with Spink. So let's get into it.
Yeah,
Hello?
so of course,
Do you hear
Spink,
me?
first of all, congrats. Yes, we can.
Thank
What
you.
a series. Yesterday, it seemed a little bit tougher. That second map, you guys were able to do easy ends with BLUEJAYS. What were your expectations jumping into that semi-final game?
Well, we expected to win this game. I don't know if we expected to win this game so like convincingly, but yeah, it is what it is.
What was the reaction from you and the team regarding Madden's performance on that map Mirage?
Madden played insane good on Mirage. We won so many important clutches, 1v3. Even on the pistol on the T side, it was really close to win 1v3 again. Yeah, just played insane.
Very good.
Yeah, so of course, you have two opponents that could be coming your way in that second match of the day today in Gamer Legion of Forza. Who would you rather face into that grand final?
I think I would prefer to play against Forza. I think they are the better team from Gamer Legion and Forza, and I want to play against the better teams.
Right. Yeah, fair enough, I guess. Yeah, great performance from you and the team, definitely, and great to see also that you have, of course, included Madden into the team as easily as you have. How's that route kind of been? Of course, he joined you guys, at the end of January, I think around the third week of January.
Yeah.
You've, of course, played on LAN with him already. How was the preparation leading up to all of that?
Well, I think it was the good fit for us. It's working really good. A lot of stuff, like he helped us with a lot of stuff. He's a really good player. He's a really smart player. He helped in a lot of other ways, not inside the game only. And it's been really good. I think we could do better on LAN, but yeah, just keep practicing, grinding, and moving forward.
All right, so thanks for taking the time, and of course, best of luck for the grand final later on tonight.
Thank you, you too.
Yeah, how humble. Just kind of saying,
Yeah.
well, we expected to win that one. We want to play up against Forza. We think they're the stronger side as well. And they just want to face off against the best that this tournament has to offer as well.
You know, Tyler, I actually think that the humbleness of the professional Counter-Strike scene and professional esports in general has really kind of gone up in the last few years, hasn't it? Like, back in the day, we had these figures that were super arrogant, super like, yeah, we always win, we're definitely going to win and stuff like that. You don't really get that anymore. You get just these like really nice, humble folk that sort of say, yeah, it was a good match and well played from everybody kind of thing. And yeah, you love to see it, you really do. But a fantastic performance from ENCE today. We're going to be jumping to an extended break, folks, of course, as I said before, around about an hour or so before you got that next semi-final matchup. So go and grab yourself some lunch or something like that, and join us back here in about an hour for Game Allegiant versus Godsend. Thank you everybody so much for watching, and we'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.